So, you're thinking about moving to Palm Coast, Florida? Before you pack your bags and head down here, there are a few things you really need to know. In today's video, I'm breaking down 21 things you should know about Palm Coast: the good, the bad, and even the surprising. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then stick around because we're going to get after it right now. Hi, I'm Stephanie Schulis with Real Broker. Thanks so much for joining us today. If this is your first time to the channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up so you can be the first to be notified every time we put out brand new content all about moving to Palm Coast, Florida and the surrounding areas. We get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you looking to make the move to Palm Coast every day, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in the next 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and we'll do everything we can to help you make a smooth move to Palm Coast, Florida. Whether you're a retiree, a family, or a remote worker, this video will give you the inside scoop you need to know exactly what to expect about moving to Palm Coast, Florida. All right, let's get started. First up, Palm Coast is growing like crazy. This used to be a small, sleepy community, but now it's one of the fastest growing cities on Florida's East Coast with more than 100,000 people. Growth brings new stores, restaurants, and services, but it also means more traffic, more construction, and higher home prices. Something to keep in mind if you're coming here expecting that small town vibe forever. Now, let's talk housing. The median home price in Palm Coast is around $347,000 as of 2025. That's more than it was a few years ago, but it's still lower than Orlando, Tampa, or Miami. If you want a canal or intercoastal or beachfront home, expect to pay a premium. But overall, Palm Coast is still more affordable than Florida's big coastal cities. Here's a reality check: insurance. Homeowners insurance in Florida is expensive, and Palm Coast is no exception. Average premiums here run between $4,000 and $6,000 per year, and if your home sits in a flood zone, you'll need separate flood insurance on top of that. So when you're budgeting for a home, don't just look at the mortgage. Add in insurance, or you could be in for a surprise. On the plus side, Florida has no state income tax. For retirees, that means more money stays in your pocket. And for remote workers or entrepreneurs, this can save you thousands every single year. One of my favorite things about Palm Coast: the beaches. Unlike Daytona or Miami, Palm Coast beaches are peaceful, wide, and uncrowded. Locals love Jungle Hut, Marineland, and some of the smaller access points. You'll often have entire stretches of sand almost to yourself. That's something you don't get in bigger tourist cities. Palm Coast was designed with canals and waterfront living in mind. Many neighborhoods have homes right on the water with boat docks in their backyard. Boating, paddleboarding, fishing, it's all part of everyday life here. If being on the water is your dream, Palm Coast delivers. Now, let's talk weather. Winters here? Absolutely beautiful. Sunny, warm, no snow, no ice. Summers? Hot, humid, and sticky. You'll run the air conditioner almost nonstop. And don't forget, hurricane season runs from June through November. Afternoon thunderstorms are part of daily life in the summer months. If you're not a fan of humidity, this may be an adjustment. Tied to that is number 8, flood zones. Not every home in Palm Coast requires flood insurance, but some do. Always check the FEMA flood maps before you buy. A house that looks perfect could come with hundreds of dollars in extra monthly costs if it's in a flood zone or has a flood history. This is a big instance of who you work with matters. Make sure you're working with a true local who has that knowledge. Palm Coast is not Miami. It's not Orlando. Life here moves slower. Businesses close earlier, nightlife is limited. If you're looking for a quiet, peaceful, community-oriented lifestyle, you'll love it. But if you want a city that's alive at 2 a.m., you may feel restless. One of the biggest perks of Palm Coast is how easy it is to enjoy the outdoors. Miles of biking and walking trails, golf courses, fishing spots, and state parks. Whether you're into kayaking, hiking, or simply walking the beach, you'll find yourself spending way more time outside here. Healthcare is decent. Advent Health Palm Coast is here and new facilities are being built, but for specialized care or major hospitals, you may need to head to Orlando, Daytona, or Jacksonville. If you need frequent specialty care, plan for that extra drive. The average commute time here is about 25 minutes. Palm Coast is car dependent, there's little to no public transit. That said, traffic is much lighter compared to Florida's bigger cities. You'll mostly drive on neighborhood roads, US 1, or hop on I-95. Palm Coast isn't a huge job hub. Local work is mostly healthcare, construction, hospitality, and retail. Many residents commute to Jacksonville or Daytona. But if you're a remote worker, this can be paradise. Affordable homes, peaceful lifestyle, and reliable internet in most areas. Families moving here will be glad to know that Flagler County schools are generally well rated, several schools are A-rated, and new facilities have been added as the population grows. This is one of the reasons Palm Coast has become attractive for young families relocating from out of state. Shopping and dining are catching up with the growth. You'll find big box stores like Target and Home Depot, plenty of grocery stores, and more local restaurants popping up every year. But for major shopping malls or a wide variety of dining experiences, you'll likely head up to St. Augustine or down to Daytona. Palm Coast has a reputation as a retirement community. And yes, many retirees move here. But it's not just retirees. Families are a big part of the population now. That mix creates a nice balance, quiet but not empty. Community events bring people of all ages together. If you're moving from New York, LA, or Miami, you'll think traffic here is nothing. It's light and manageable. But as Palm Coast grows, congestion is creeping in, especially on I-95 and during rush hour. It's still way better than the bigger metros, but it won't always stay that way. A lot of Palm Coast neighborhoods have HOAs. Some are very relaxed, others can be quite strict. Always read the rules before you buy, and know that it's not just HOAs. Palm Coast ordinances can affect everything from what color you paint your house to whether you can park an RV in the driveway. Property taxes are around 1%, which is low compared to many northern states, but utilities can be higher, mainly because of air conditioning, and our water bill here includes several other utilities. Overall, the balance still makes Florida and Palm Coast attractive compared to high-tax states. Palm Coast isn't flashy. You won't find high-end nightlife or luxury shopping districts here. Instead, it's about simple coastal living. People fish, golf, boat, and spend time outdoors. If you want peace and quiet, you'll love it. If you want glitz and glamour, this probably isn't it. Finally, number 21. Palm Coast is still affordable compared to New York, New Jersey, and California. Housing, taxes, and everyday costs can feel like a bargain if you're relocating from those areas. But compared to Palm Coast from 5 or 10 years ago, yes, it's more expensive. The real value comes from combining affordability with lifestyle. Quiet beaches, friendly neighborhoods, and no snow shoveling in January, that's what you're really paying for. So there you go. 21 things you need to know about moving to Palm Coast, Florida. The bottom line, Palm Coast isn't the hidden secret it once was, but it's still one of the best places in Florida to balance cost, lifestyle, and location. If you're thinking of moving here, I'd love to help you find the right neighborhood and the right home. Drop a comment below, subscribe for more Florida real estate tips, and reach out if you're ready to make Palm Coast your new home. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.